two problems the Bengals are already dealing with in training camp. And my secret guess here is going to be the fact that number one is on the list. I think Uno is going to be one of these two things. And I'm going to guess the second thing is injuries, because we had some players getting injured. Let's talk about this. So, are those the two? Injuries and a superstar absence. So, this one right here, I completely disagree with. I don't think this is a problem at all. Number one, as Zach Taylor has said since day one, whether they want to believe him or not, Jamar Chase not being out there gives more reps and more snaps to younger receivers. It lets us be able to grow a better connection with Jermaine Burton and Joe Burrow, Yoshi and Joe Burrow, Mike Gesicki and Joe Burrow, etc. At the end of the day, Jamar Chase would take away snaps from those guys. At the end of the day, Jamar Chase and Joe has a very good connection. Yeah, they've been playing since they were in college together at LSU. They also, according to rumors, are working out after the process anyway together. It's not like they need much process to be on the same page for those two guys. Also, preseason, according to Zach Taylor, we're starting them. So there's going to be some connection there as well. I don't think this is a problem. I think it is what it is. But at the end of the day, what we're seeing is Jermaine Burton really take off. We're seeing some of these receivers that we might not have seen as much or heard as much because Chase would have taken over that role of number one receiver, would have taken those reps. And I'm not saying they wouldn't have given those reps to these other guys, but we get to see these other guys a little bit more because of that. So, honestly, it's a non-problem for me. Superstar absence is a non-problem. Second thing is injuries. Now, we've had two injuries, actually three injuries to talk about. And the first injury is going to be Myles Murphy, who he actually went ahead and got some cramps, which isn't really that big of a deal. It happens, it's hot as balls outside. I mean, to be blunt about this, it's very hot in Ohio, okay? They're working out, they cramp up, it is what it is. Myles Murphy cramped up, and he had to be taken off the field. It wasn't a serious injury, there was no problems, no long-term effects. It is what it is. Number two is Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard. Obviously, it does suck that, both of them are hurt at this moment in time. They're not practiced in uniforms, but on the field, head coach Zach Taylor said the two defensive ends are day-to-day. Based on what we understand, neither of these are a long-term injury. Again, it's a day-to-day type of thing. It happens. If we watch back the clip for Trey Hendrickson, it was literally just a collision, a small collision. He tweaked something in his knee, got an MRI, everything is fine. I will say, for the most part, to start off training camp, knock on wood, extremely for saying this, I think we are doing pretty good on not dealing with as many injuries as we could have been. Injuries happen. They suck, and it is what it is. Other teams are dealing with injuries of players being out for the season. And I am thankful that we are not dealing with those injuries at this moment in time. And hopefully we do not deal with those injuries throughout August. But again, like I said, the situation could be a lot worse. Overall wise, with those guys being out, it just means more reps for the younger guys. Again, you never want to have injuries, period. You never want to have these guys out anyway. Especially because you want them to get as many reps as possible on the defense with the new players, with Sheldon Rankins in there. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Got to keep moving forward. So I guess if these two problems, quote unquote, I don't think the Jamar Chase one is a problem. I think that this is definitely, you could consider this a problem, especially with the fact of, you don't want any more injuries. Injuries are always a problem, right? Injuries are always an issue. That's the last thing you ever want when it comes to training camp, practices, anything, is to have injuries. So I will give them, injuries is definitely a problem at the end of the day. But outside of injuries, There's no problems. Like, we're having a fantastic training camp so far, and I'm excited to keep going, keep rocking and rolling. I'll see you guys next one. Hoo day.